Okay guys, welcome to my first GT3 setup on Assetto Corsa. We're going to be taking the Lamborghini Huracan around Monza, one of the fan favourite tracks for online racing. So let's start the lap and we'll go through a quick track guide with the Lamborghini through this track. Okay, so we're going down the start straight. We're going to be heading pretty close to the limiter in 6th gear, approaching over 170 miles an hour. We're going to look out for the 200-yard board on the left, and we're going to brake just after that and just before the 150, basically in between if you want to get it safely. We're going to go down into 1st gear, and stay in 1st gear, then on 2nd gear as you hit the curb on the exit there. You really want to be careful and accelerate through that corner. Then we're going to work our way through the gears, pretty much the same as the braking zone is pretty much identical to Project Cars for this corner now. Going into 6th gear, and we're going to brake just before the bridge as you're going into the bridge on the shadow. Just going to brake just before it, going down into 2nd gear. Take a nice tight entry into the bend there, not too hard on the curb, so be careful on the curbs. And running over the curb a bit on the exit to get maximum speed on the exit. And we're going to go down into 3rd gear for the first part of the Lesmo. And we're going to get hard on the throttle as you feel the grip build, and then into 4th gear. Then back down into 3rd gear just before the 50 on the left, and then we're going to chuck it in nice and tight. Be careful not to run out on the outside of the track there, and lose the back end of it. So we're going to work our way through the gears, and again a very similar braking point to Project Cars now. We're going to go into 6th gear, and we're going to look out for the bridge above us, and we're going to go down into 4th gear, then into 3rd gear just as we approach the corner. There you go, we're going into 3rd gear, over the curb, nice and aggressively, hard on the throttle, then back over the curb here, use as much of the curb as you can, then use the exit as much as possible, then flat out for maximum speed. Now you really want to make sure that exit is key for a good exit for this straight now. Then we're going to look out for the exact same braking point again as Project Cars, the 100-yard board on the left. We're going to go brake down into 3rd gear, nice tight in, and we run a little bit wide there, but you can get away with it on Monza because you can use a bit of the outside of the track and get on the power early. So we get a decent exit, probably not the best final bend, probably should have been a 147, but it actually goes over the line as a 148.088. Not a bad lap considering it's very early in the for myself trying this game out. So we're going to go through the setup with you guys quickly. Now, brake bias 71, a little bit more for the front to help us with the braking for the first corner and obviously the second corner, the second chicane. Aero, we went 0-1. You can go 0-0, but 0-1 just provides a bit more stability on the rear. Drivetrain. Now, we lowered 4th gear down by 1 because there seems to be a bit of a lull in 4th gear. It just didn't seem to hit the revs at the right point. So we've lowered 4th gear down by 1. We've got the power on the drivetrain set to 30, which I think is actually default. It felt nice. And the coast we lowered down to 45 purely because of the Lesmos. We were getting a bit of understeer with them with it a bit higher. Suspension, we've lowered the cambers quite a bit there from what the default is, and we've lowered the front toe. So we're basically running the car as fast as we can in a straight line. The ride height has also been lowered, and some of the springs have been changed. On the damper settings, not much has been changed. Only I think 1 or 2 things may have been changed. Not 100% sure. One key point that you need to know for this setup is on traction control. Use it on setting 8, which is the weakest setting. You can have it off. I actually found with it on 8 with this setup, it felt really nice. On off, it was still really nice, but I think it was a little bit faster with traction control on the setting 8. So I'm going to leave you with a little replay of the lap. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to click that like button. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye guys.